Morning everyone, and this is your DAX day trade review for today. So yesterday was a fairly interesting day. We are still above this previous breakout level, and I think this level here, the next level, is where we've closed at the moment. But anyway, we ended up with a daily pin bar. That is a bit worrying. We're also in a very overbought environment or territory at the moment. So this is looking like we're probably going to pull back, and you just need to get your levels in. This level hasn't been tested, 12,500, 12,495. So that is a pretty good area to be tested at the moment. Now, if we just get down to the 3 hour here, you can see we're still very much in I won't call it a holding pattern just yet, because I was expecting this as a flat top triangle, which we broke and probably hit the target as well, I would say. Let's just delete that. Let's just use a block here. So that's the top of the triangle. That's the bottom of the move. Nope, we didn't hit that target. Okay, so that pin bar is worrying, and we've got follow through and a close below it. So that could bode very well for a short. But if you look at the oscillator, oscillator is starting to indicate that we're not in oversold territory yet, but we are heading there at the moment. So the price action of yesterday is pretty much driven by politics. This was Boris coming out and saying he's got a Brexit deal, and then this was sort of the European Union saying, well, actually, not really, because the British government haven't approved it yet. And then we fell off again. So anyway, if you look at what happened on the close here, we've broken through. There's a trend line there that we've broken through, and we're coming up to try and test it. But we're hovering on the alligator at the moment. So to me at the moment, this could very well move back to the downside. And I personally, if I just get rid of all the noise, would prefer to be buying off 12,500 area. Okay, and you can see there is a gap down there as well, another gap further down, but this is the area that I would prefer to be buying from. So right now, this volatility here, I've got no interest in it. Probably not even going to bother with this again today. Wait until I see some structure on a decent level, and for me the decent level is 12,500. Okay, we have pretty much, we haven't closed below this fractal, so there's no short trigger yet either. Right now that short trigger is on this fractal. Let's just get to a lower time frame. And that's not a valid trigger just yet to the upside. Well, it won't be to the upside. That's a valid trigger to the upside up there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. You could actually argue that that is the trigger there, but I think I'd prefer the low of the day. Okay, so I just want to check 12 minutes, see if there's anything different here. Okay, looking at the 12 minutes, we could probably, that doesn't have, no, nothing there. Okay, so we could probably line that up, but there is a swing low here, and there's been a break. I would expect a retest of this environment, and then probably a move to the downside, a short-term move of that, and that comes pretty close to 12,500. Okay, but yeah, I'm not really interested in chasing that short. I'd rather wait for the pullback, because my rule is we are in an upward trend on the 4 hour, so I want to be trading with the 4 hour trend. Okay, not too particularly worried about all the other time frames for a trend. So that's the area I'm looking to get back in on. Okay, so for me at the moment, I'm not going to be chasing the short. There may be a short scalp if you're interested, but in my view, whenever you see a structure like this and we're against the 4-hour trend, and 9 times out of 10 there's an ambush waiting for you somewhere. Okay, then just pay attention to this gap as well. So this level is pretty much slap bang in the middle of the gap. Your gap is further down. Okay, and the other thing would be another measured move as well. So even though we've got a break here, we've got a different measured move. So there's two different measured moves here. So you can see we've got a first target of 12,571. Then we have the 12,500 area. Okay. Let's just switch across to the ichimoku quickly, and we'll start off with the hour. So we've got a bearish cross here. Cloud is still positive though. Cloud is still bullish. Chico span is still bullish, and this is kind of diversion. So we've got a crossover. They're pointing in opposite direction. So I wouldn't really trust that. If it crossed over and started pointing down, I'd be more convinced for a move to the downside. But at this stage, I'm not entirely convinced. One thing that we need to do here, and I'll do it on this level here. So on the daily. Let's just put this level in here, this 5,500. Come back to the hour, and you'll probably find that that lines up for today, bottom of cloud. Okay, which would be an area, definitely an area for buying. If we look at the 4-hour, that level will bring us back to Kijun-sen. Now, although Kijun-sen is flat, Kijun-sen is heading up, which is what we want. We want it to start heading up. The price action is indicating not a reversal, but a pullback. So where would the pullback come back to? You'd need to find those levels. And there is another level here. I'll make sure there's no flat cloud around here. Nope. Okay. So this zone is still the area of interest. So 12,550 to 12,490 area. There's a gap there, but that's kind of the zone that I'd be looking for. If you look at the oscillator, it is also indicating, you need to be looking for a level shortly. If we look at the daily, the trend is very strong to the upside. Okay, Chico span and Chico span is well through price. Kijun-sen, Kijun-sen are pointing straight up at the moment. But as I said yesterday, we do need some kind of a pullback to come close to this area. Look how the cloud is pointing up. Look at the positiveness of the cloud. This trend is up, and I still expect this measured move to play out. So this one here, the question is just from where do we get an entry? And you can see we almost got there. Okay, so so for me, waiting for that pullback, and then it's back in on the longs. So it could very well be a scalp. But if I look at the 30-minute as well, you can see flat Kijun-sen, Kijun-sen pointing down. That's a worrying sign for me. So that's why I'm not really interested in chasing any shorts at the moment. Rather wait for an opportunity to buy. Okay, there we go. That's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.